What's up, fam? Hope everybody's doing fantastic out there. Today we have a very special knife. This is coming way of Blade Show, Texas, and thanks to Mr. Nathan for giving me the opportunity to do a video on his knife before I sent it out, and I did proxy for him at Blade Show to help him with picking this knife up. But let's go ahead and jump into this thing without too much ado. This is the Blarock Blades. This is the BRBS prototype. It does use RWL34, of course, titanium, and it did complete on 3/3 of 25. And there is your signature. Everything else is handwritten in. The signature looks like it is printed on the card. Just full transparency there. It's very simple packaging in the box wise. You do have a microfiber on the inside here. And let's go ahead and show this microfiber off. So very cool. There we go. Very cool microfiber. Of course, these are made in Germany. Here is the backside. I didn't know there was a backside, but there you go. So again, really cool. And then we'll go ahead and get the knife out here. Let me just get this folded back up. Because again, not my knife, so I'm trying to respect it as much as humanly possible. Inside, you have the knife nestled into a 3D printed case. So the case does come out, and that is actually where the COA sits, and the case sits on top of that. And then, of course, the knife is nestled in there, and there's a 3D printed little spot there for it. And we'll go ahead and set this off to the side and take a look at this absolute stunner of a knife. Now, I don't have any specs on this knife because there aren't any. So I will go ahead and do some quick measurements here. My scale is not currently available. I've got stuff stacked on top of it, so we are not going to worry about weight. We're just going to talk about the actual blade size here. So it looks like we are right at a 3.5 inch blade and right at 8 1/4 overall. Frame lock. Really, just a really beautiful knife. Kind of this golf ball texturing. Has a proprietary pivot, it looks like. T8 hardware everywhere else. Really, really crazy. We'll look at that close up here in just a minute. Really cool pocket clip. It does have a big landing pad on the pocket clip. Again, we'll take a look at that up close here in just a minute. The blade, thumb stud only, snaps out like crazy. Got a really nice harpoon drop point. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. That might even be I think that actually would be considered a Tonto or a compound ground drop point. I wouldn't call it, I don't know. That's an odd one. I don't know if I'd call that a Tonto, but it does have a compound grind. But I don't see a secondary edge down, or a secondary tip down here. So I'm just going to call that a compound harpoon drop point. That's a mouthful. We've got a kind of a stone-washed bevels and hand satin flats, and the whole knife is that kind of that gray stone-washed look. Really, really freaking cool. I mean, just absolute stunning knife. So let's go ahead and do our close-ups here. There you can see that proprietary pivot. So you don't have you don't have a way of adjusting that pivot unless you have that tool. Again, that kind of that rock texture, golf ball texture, whatever you want to call it. Really, really nicely machined here. Really nice chamfers. Of course, again, T8 hardware. Got a 1/4 length backspacer with some lanyard love. It's almost a hidden lanyard, but you got a little bit of it peeking out there. Milled pocket clip here. Really nicely done. Beautiful pocket clip. Tons of retention on that pocket clip. Let's see. Let me take my knife out of my pocket. Let's see how it goes into the pocket. So it goes in the pockets very nicely. It does drag a bit coming out. So again, that's just with my pockets. So it is with basketball shorts. But you don't have a ton of room underneath the pocket clip. So if you have really thick pants, you might have an issue there. But here you can see, again, that large landing pad. Let's see if we can see it from this side. Yeah, you can see that very large landing pad for that pocket clip. Standard stop pin. Really nice jimping on the frame. There you can see his logo. Beautiful job with the milling on this. I mean, just really good job. Let's go ahead and get that blade out. And there you can see that kind of I guess, I don't know if you call it bacon or whatever they call it. You can see the milling lines. The CNC lines are still in the blade. Swedge, harpoon, drop point, flats. Really, really nice thumb studs that work very, very well. Jimping on the blade is done very, very well. Plunge grind is not the best I've seen, to be honest. But I don't really think this is one you're going to be sharpening that much anyway. But you could certainly sharpen it a few times. It looks like the plunge grind stops about right there-ish. So you do still have some sharpening room. Yeah, a semi-polished edge here. Take a look at her tip. Tip is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Great job on that. Lockup is absolutely perfect. There you can see that ceramic detent ball. That is a really nice thing. So, I mean, you break the detent. I mean, that thing, I'll have a better look at that here in just a second, but has zero chance of double clutch. And perfectly centered. I wouldn't expect anything less. So, yeah, if we break the lock, it goes that far before it hits the detent. So you go from there, full lock up to that. Great job on that. Gets past that detent, and then it is just a guillotine. It just drops. I mean, it just absolutely drops. So, really, really beautiful knife. And it feels so good in the hand. He was charging $750 for these at the show. I'll be honest with you, this thing is worth every single penny of that. Really, really nice in the hand. Texturing feels great. Slim, but not too slim. Really, really awesome. Nathan, congratulations, buddy. I'm not going to post this video until you have this knife in your hand. But, I trust that you are enjoying it as much as I have just been able to play with it just for a little bit. I have not dared carry it. I wouldn't do that with someone else's knife of this caliber. But I am happy to have gotten to handle it, and really excited to see what you think about it, buddy. See if your sentiments mirror mine. So that's all I've got for you guys on this one. I'm not going to drag this one out too far because, again, there's not a whole lot of information on this knife. I just wanted to have something to show here on the channel for this to allow some other people that have never gotten to see anything like this, much like myself, to get eyes on with one of these. And anyway, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. As always, please remember to be kind, be humble, and be EDC. Take care.